as I reviewed documents submitted to me, ay nakita ko na po na ito po ay dumaan na sa ating budget officer, dumaan na din po kay Mayor, at wala pong dahilan upang atin po itong hadlangan. So I move for the passage of a resolution for passing the supplemental budget number 03 of Barangay BASECO Country, Maribeles, Bataan, amounting to 110,000 under appropriation ordinance number 4 for the second and final reading.
Okay, any sir for barangay budget supplemental BASECO Country?
Likewise, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of a resolution approving the supplemental budget number 03 of Barangay IPAG, Maribeles, Bataan, amounting to 160,200 under appropriation ordinance number 2 for the second and final reading.
Supplemental budget for barangay IPAG.
Another one, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move the passage of a resolution for the approval of supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay ALAS-ASIN, Maribeles, Bataan, amounting to 4,385,795 and 18 centavos under appropriation ordinance number 3 for the second and final reading.
Second motion. Okay.
Another one, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of
ALAS-ASIN. Barangay ALAS-ASIN supplemental budget number 2. Okay, next.
Another one, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of a supplemental budget for the approval of supplemental budget number 1 of Barangay San Isidro, Maribeles, Bataan, amounting to 174,000 under appropriation ordinance number 2 for the second and final reading.
Second motion. For supplemental budget for Barangay San Isidro. Next.
Another one, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of a resolution approving the supplemental budget number 1 of BRGY.TOWNSITE, Maribeles, Bataan, for the amounting to 271,600 under appropriation ordinance number 2 for the second and final reading.
Second motion. Okay, supplemental budget for BRGY.TOWNSITE.
May I ask, Secretary, baka may nakalimutan pa tayo? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. And Mr. Presiding Officer, I have here the annual budget of different barangays, 7 barangays of town of Maribeles, and as I look at their documents, ito po ay dumaan na sa ating budget officer at napirmahan na din po ng ating mayor. So wala na pong hadlang para po hindi aprubahan. So I move for the passage of a resolution approving the annual budget of Barangay Balon Anito for the year 2021 with a total appropriation amount of 13,426,054 under appropriation ordinance number 1520 for the second and final reading.
Second motion. For annual budget of Barangay Balon Anito.
Another one, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of a resolution approving the annual budget of Barangay Batangas, Maribeles, Bataan for the year 2021 with a total appropriation amount of 18,271,856 under ordinance number 01 year 20 for the second and final reading.
Second annual budget of Barangay Batangas 2.
Likewise, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of a resolution approving the annual budget of Barangay IPAG, Maribeles, Bataan for the year 2021 with the total appropriation amount of 10,400,752 under ordinance number 1 calendar year 21 for the second and final reading.
Second motion. For annual budget for Barangay IPAG.
Likewise,
Okay,
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of a resolution approving the annual budget of Barangay ALAS-ASIN, Maribeles, Bataan for the calendar year 2021 with a total appropriation amount of 52,839,577 under ordinance number 03/20 for the second and final reading.
For annual budget of Barangay ALAS-ASIN.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the Passage of a resolution approving the annual budget of Barangay Poblacion Maribeles Bataan, calendar year 2021 with a total appropriation amount of 9,371,755.81 centavos under ordinance number 02 year 20 for the second and final reading.
Second the
For
motion.
annual budget for Barangay Poblacion. Next.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of a resolution approving the annual budget of Barangay Maligaya, Maribeles, Bataan for the calendar year of 2021 with a total appropriation amount of 6,438,035 pesos under ordinance number 02/20 for the second and final reading.
Second the motion.
For annual budget for Barangay Maligaya.
And the last, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for passage of a resolution approving the annual budget of Barangay CAMAYA, Maribeles, Bataan for the year 2021 with a total appropriation amount of 14,430,260 under ordinance number 01/20 for the second and final reading.
Second the
Annual
motion.
budget for Barangay Camaya.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer.